there's no great thumbnail. I don't even know if the sound is going to be amazing today, but I have all the crazy stuff, all like the knick-knack extras that you get with homeschooling. And so I did, I've been doing kind of a haul for a while. I'm not going to get into my curriculum yet. I'm going to give you some Easter eggs about it, but I'm waiting for it all to get here and then we're going to begin. There's still a few things I'm undecided about, but there's a lot that I am excited about and I'm trying to stay excited. I don't know about y'all. 10 years, 11th year, I think, going into it. Do we even count last year? Going into homeschooling. And I am so excited. I buy all the curriculum and then they're not going back to school. I buy all the curriculum and then, yeah, mine are not going back to school. That was a question, I bet. Hi, you guys. I seen I got some messages from you, Rose, and I haven't opened it because I have been out of state, no, absolutely no service. So today, making it so I don't get interruptions, I'm doing it on my computer instead of on my phone. So which made it so hard to totally take a good selfie. Okay, so I'm going to do my haul today of like all the little things and what my thinking is behind it, and definitely get good ideas from you because I still need some good ideas 11 years in, and sometimes I feel like I'm just as green as when I started. But I will say, oh man, I'll show you in a second. Um, I will say my last video I did, and I haven't made another video. I have not been home. My kids have just like, thank you. Things aren't locked down anymore, and we have just been going crazy. I'm seeing the like reflection from my glasses. We've just been going crazy, being back into everything, and I feel like I've been gone more than I've been home. So I haven't made a video, and I didn't want to make a video like in the run. I feel like a hot mess. I know that's just in me. I feel like a hot mess. So I was just like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to um keep up with it. So I'm gonna kind of start with like my favorite. um I'm interested in your high school choices. Okay, those are kind of scary. Um this year my son Cedric doing public school. We need the break in the season of our lives. It's hard. Okay, so here's where I'm at. I know before all I got busy is that this is what we're doing. And I've prayed to get excited for it because I'm not going to lie, I'm not like, let's do this. I definitely could use some more time for me and I feel exhausted for it. And I'm like, it's okay. And I'm thinking back to my history before where I will go and have like a lot going on. And then I come home and I'm like, I can't homeschool. I'm sending them to school. And I've done that before. Good, bad, or whatever, how it turned out. It turned out fine. But in the end, I regretted doing that. And I realized I made that decision rashly out of being exhausted. And so I'm very exhausted right now. Um, very exhausted. And so I know not to make that decision right now at all. At all. With that. So right now for sure, I'm homeschooling 4 of my 6, but one of my 2 that I'm not might be in a hybrid situation. And we've yet to really concrete that down. Okay. So I am working this year on sticking to a budget, which is different in the past. Before it's like, can we get away with this much money? And I was always making a decision based on kind of the poverty mindset of like, can I get this? Can I get this? Like I don't want to spend a lot of money. So I wouldn't really pick maybe the best of what I needed. I would just pick with what I felt like we could get away with spending on. And some of the conversations I've had, I'm still doing it. I'm still keeping my budget and being careful about that. Is can you hear them up there playing with the blocks? Because I can. And I'm like, I kind of miss the quietness of before how I used to be able to video, but this year with controlling my budget, my husband and I sat down with how much, like, should I try to pay for my homeschooling within the budget that I'm allotting myself? And we kind of went back and forth on that. And I decided no. Now, if I find that I've run through my budget and I want to supplement in my kind of weekly budget, then that's fine. But when it comes to making choices of what I need and what I need to get, I don't want that feeling sparse, because what happens is, in my past, doing this now 11 years, 11 back to school years, is I get things I don't need, I guess would be the best way. Or I get things I don't exactly want, and I end up actually spending more money. So this year I'm keeping a budget of what I'm allotted to spend, and we're not even sure if that's a really good working budget or not, but that's our budget. And I'm working on it that way. So I am getting the things. So I went to Dollar Tree, I went to Walmart, I went to Amazon, I went to Ollie's. There's still some things I kind of need to get, but I'm still getting there. And um I have a couple ideas for curriculum. The one I'm not sure of, I'm going to give you guys time to think so you can kind of hit me with them as we go through and at the end. And you can leave them afterwards in the comments below. Things I'm looking for is the things I don't like to do. I want to find games, because, like, one of them is teaching reading and continuing to strengthen our reading and our ability to spell. I'm not the most consistent of, I like to get a workbook so we can follow a workbook, but I don't necessarily get into that with my kids. So trying to find games, and not electronic games, like literally board games that we could practice those skills. Oh yeah. Side note, the coughing, my GERD came back with a vengeance, and I'm dealing with that, and it's much better than what it was. But if I get into a bad coughing fit, I will probably quit videoing. Happy phonics. So yeah, I don't want to I want hands-on games. We like playing like tile games and logic games. So I'd like something that we'd be able to hands-on play. So whatever you got. It's good to see you too. So I went to Dollar Tree, and what you just seen me knowing about was, I bought, I love the totes, and I just realized it's broken. So I'm gonna take that one back and exchange it and just be like, yeah, I don't want a broken one, right? But I have one of the side carts. I guess that'd be a Walmart. I'm not gonna even bring it over. Scrabble. Okay, well, I know, like, so that would be good for my older ones to play Scrabble. I have Word Up, but I'm trying to find things geared towards my first and third grader. And I'm trying to get more creative on being able, like, to implement things, because I'm not really a great game person. I wish I was. I just think over time I've gotten so tired. Okay. So I really want to go on Walmart, or not Walmart, my Amazon. Okay. The planner. I've thought 10 different ways about designing my own planner. Okay, so first off, I love these binders. I mean, this one is several years old. It's still kicking. And one of the things I like about it is you can fold it back kind of like a workbook. The only thing I don't like about it is sometimes the pages get stuck. So this is from a couple years ago. I don't know. This didn't get used, but this is, I don't even know what grade this one is. This is like some of the Abeka. So I would put like each section in here, and I found this older one. I don't know. This one got lost, I think, in the move. And I would use them as kind of a workbook. And so my goal and my idea is to give them a week's worth of work in any reference material in here. and not overload them with all of their stuff. I don't want them to see everything because I know I get overwhelmed, and I know, and I should know this from the past, that they get overwhelmed. So I want to just kind of keep what they need at the moment. And the goal is that they would be able to take this and we can kind of do more out of the house schooling. One of my biggest goals this year is to just get out of the house. Happy Phonics is a game based way of teaching reading. It's worth your time to look at. Lottie, will you write down Happy Phonics for me? Or here. I should get what? Will you give me a pen? I don't think I want to write with an orange pencil. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my paper here because you guys, it's a community effort, right? We can't do it without each other. I will take a moment to say, I think that one works. I'm a snapper. I'm like, if you ever questioned, okay. Happy Phonics. So one of my biggest goals this year is to just get out of the house, like going to the library, just making a point to get out of the house. And in doing so, I need our curriculum mobile. So I haven't gone and bought more of these. I almost did. I thought they were $2 at Walmart. I was so excited. They weren't. They were like $8. And then I seen them the other day and they're $10 and I should have got them then. But I haven't quite decided about whether I will put them in here or like in a dollar. I bought a Dollar Tree one just in case until I decide what to do because I figured for $4 that's easier than spending $40 on these. I tell you that like I could use this one, but I'm using it. I'm using it. I was actually contemplating on doing the happy planner style, but on putting their curriculum in a happy planner, you know, with the rings and stuff. But I had to have a little sit down talk with myself that I don't want to make more work for myself. I mean, can we get an amen on that one? Sometimes like let me just say what I do. I'm not going to even claim what anybody else does. I get more excited putting everything together than actually doing this stuff. So, and then I'm wore out doing this, getting it all together that I'm burnt out on it. So I haven't exactly decided if, so I just figured the 3 rings would be easier. I could end up putting everything in here for a portfolio, or I can even comb bind the end of it just to make it easy. I haven't figured that part out. That part I'm still like, what what is going to work for me longevity. One thing I'm thinking too is I could take each quarter, I could take everything out and get one of those 3-prong folders and put it together. So I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, how am I going to go from like your working binder, and you know, I want it to be small. I want it to be small, and it might be something I sit down with each kid and ask, what do you want? So that's something I've caught myself in the stores more than once. I wanted to just buy them stuff. And then I realized I need to stop and say, and bring them along and say, what do you want? So what I'm thinking about doing is giving them a list of like, hey, you need a 3-ring binder. You need several, you know, just like these are the items you need to go get. Here's your money. Go get it. And like that could be a homeschool total exercise on its own. So I'm still figuring this out, but I love these. I don't recommend buying them on Amazon because they're like $12, $13. They're cheaper in Walmart. They come with these like page dividers. I've put some extra in like folders. And then it'll come with paper in the back if you end up picking one up. But I really, really like them. So that's kind of one of the things. So no matter what I get, I wanted to have 3 rings, but I went ahead and, you know, I don't know, does everybody have like their preference? This is one of my preferences. The pocket dividers. I love the pocket dividers, especially the pocket on front and back. We will be reverse planning this year. Binder has 1 week's worth of work at a time. Right. That's what I'm on, but maybe I'm gonna have to find out how you're putting yours together. But so no matter what I use, the 3 ring, or if I use, see, I got another one of these, I will use the pockets and keeping a list. Okay, let's talk about what we really want to talk about, right? The planner. This is my planner in planning so far. Don't get excited. It's okay. I've been putting my notes in here. See, I've been putting my notes in here. I have pages I've even printed out. So by all accounts, I have a planner. I have, I've pulled out pages that I like out of like Homeschool Creations has that one really nice planner. You could type it up. It's a little too much effort for me. I'm making charts. I'm planning my activities out. And maybe I will do a video on how to plan. I've even curriculum mapped. I learned that going to school to teach a curriculum map. And there's my curriculum map. I've literally laid out the weeks of the year and the number of days I plan to homeschool in that week, and kind of what week of lessons I need to get done and how I'm going to spread them out. So I've done all these things. So by many accounts, I have a planner, but I'm not going to lie. I like having a planner. I love having a planner, but nothing ever fits what I want. So I don't always stick to a planner. So there's 2 planners I've used. I've used 2 planners that I've really, really liked. Don't be shocked. They're off of Amazon. They're less than $10. And I'm really excited because, to be honest, I threw one away. I didn't need to keep it. And I'm in a decluttering mode. So I threw one away. But she came out with a homeschool planner instead of a teacher planner. So I got it. Dun, dun, dun. This is beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. So this is Emmeline Bloom. And what I did was I put the link below. Okay, I'll show you why I love it. And I'm going to tell you what I don't like about it. Number one, I like that it's black and white. I know you're not going to be able to see a lot. And I haven't written in it at all, but all of her pages, I always start off with something like that. It's black and white. One of my favorite parts is the days up here in the subjects, or however you want to divide it, is here. And I like that because I can look down and I can see, like, this is what I have to get done for the day. So how I will divide it I haven't decided yet. And I'm not even sure I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to actually use the days, if I'm going to use it more of my own personal checkoff list. And I'll get to that and why that is. But I wanted a spine for my planner. But I want to add stuff to my planner. So this doesn't work. So I have this brilliant idea. This brilliant idea of what I'm going to do. So I go to Home Depot to have them cut the spine off. Guess what? Or not Home Depot, Office Depot. Guess what Office Depot doesn't do anymore? They don't cut the spine. So my goal is to cut the spine off of this. And while I was at Office Depot, I picked up the disc. And so my plan is to actually turn this into kind of a happy planner, a disc bound system. And I was looking at covers, like just a quick cover. Like I was going to pay to have this cover laminated, but I wanted to get, found out about that last week. Right. And I'm like, when did you stop doing that? They're like, oh, last year. And I'm like, we were all quarantined. Nice Office Depot. Nice, but whatever. So, I found this notebook, and the reason why I went with this was it was $11 on clearance. It wasn't, and it has the covers. It has a couple, I'm not going to use these pages. unless I find a reason to, but it had the like it already has this. So I was just like, that works. And it has paper. So I was gonna buy paper. I was going to, you know, my hair. Oh my goodness, it's a mess. Um, I was gonna buy paper, I was gonna buy a cover, I was gonna buy this, and when I added it up, it was more. Um, Hannah, you're fine. You'll catch the beginning anyway. It was less than buying the pieces. So my plan is to take an X-Acto knife, cut the sides, and you know who has a great video on this is the founders of Master Books about cutting the books. So I'm just gonna cut it. I'm gonna I have the Happy Planner punch, and I'm just going to Frankenstein my planner. I think that's what you call it, isn't it? Like Frankenstein my planner. So that's my big plan for my planner. um Again, I'll do like once I get my planner set up, I will get and kind of give you my thinking of my planner. It's not the best by any means, and I'm still figuring it out. But I'm like still trying to figure out morning routines. But I will say, like, one thing I have found that I really like is I'll kind of give you like a little hint. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to take time away. Is I take my content and I look through my content and I figure out how do I want to. First off, I figure out when do I want to school, what day. So I figure out my calendar first. Unless you're in one of those counties that or states that require you to do a certain number of days, we don't. But I try to stick to 36 weeks and I try to start when school starts and end when school ends, especially with now having some kids in school and some kids not. With that, um, once I've done that, I will then figure out like when, you know, because sometimes there's only 120 lessons in a subject and you got 180 days. So when am I going to start? And I'm trying to practice a staggering start. And I only did 9 weeks at a time. So I'm figuring that out. But one of the things I did was I just wrote down my like subjects. Now, my elementary history is going to be between two kids and my between my two middle school kids. So I have two histories there. And we're doing American history this year and I'm finalizing everything out. And so I write in I know I'm only doing 4 days that week and I'm going to do 2 lessons the first week and I'm going to do 2 lessons in middle school. So I write that down. And then I kind of just stepping in. So I have an idea of where I'm going. I'm going to tell you of all my years, this is where I feel like I missed with my kids. I'm like, I don't even know what these abbreviations mean anymore. And I'm like, oh, I was smart enough to write my abbreviations on the bottom. Okay. But so I have an idea where I'm going for the week. So this is kind of big stuff for me, but there's not that page in here. So this is like one of those pages I'm going to want to have in here so I can see my plans. Okay. I'd like to tell you I have an amazing planner for my kids. Sorry, the little cough. I'm somewhere between just a spiral notebook. This is what you have to do today. And I've talked to my older girls and they actually have an interest in getting, I gave them two. So I made this one up. It's custom, make your own. I will post a picture on Instagram if you want. Oh, good job with her driving lesson. So I made kind of like a little form here that I'm going to use with them. And it's just for the week. So history, I plan to do that 5 days a week. Science is 5 days a week. Our grammar is 5 days. Our Spanish is 5 days. Our math is 5 days. But Spanish is only going to be 3 days a week. Our logic is 2. And our geography is 4. So I just put like that many numbers. Hey, Garden. And then I'm totally ripping this from a Master Books kind of checklist. So even though It says 1 through 5. It just means like 5 days. And then they'd write the date that they did the work. I check it off that it's finished. And then I can put a grade down. So this actually works as a grade sheet too. I asked them which one they would rather have, and my middle school girls would rather have a week at a time. So that kind of makes it nice. I would have 36 of these pages in their portfolio, so that out really well. I don't know, but that's one of my ideas. All the stuff. Okay, time to get into all the stuff. So all the things I bought. So one of the things we're doing is geography, and we're going to learn about we're doing American history, and we're going to learn the geography of America. So one of my plans is the Draw the USA, kind of stealing a page from Challenge A with CC. Is what I did was I went through the book, and we're also doing like cycle 3 of foundations. We're bringing that along, not perfectly, but just what I can. And one of the things that I want to do is a geography, and I want to do it in a little bit of a Challenge A approach. So I went through the book and I set out the pages like this. I have it down there. I already dropped it, but like this week we're going to try to get to this page. And so and we're just going to build upon that. And so they'll just keep drawing. And then at the end of the week, I will do a blank paper assessment where I give them a piece of paper and I'm going to have them draw what they can. So there's that accountability. Like, did we get this done? That's what's missing in my homeschool after all these years is accountability. So I have this. And then at the Dollar Tree, I picked up a wall map. I've had a couple of these. They get wore out. And one of the things being in this house, the newer house, is I'm dedicating a wall in my hallway to what we're learning so that they can kind of stop and look at it. So those things, I tell you, I put the homeschool planner, just a link to that in the description below, and the Draw the USA. Okay, so all the things and all the thinking. Oh, I need all the help I can get. So look, I found a video. This is a DVD, right? Because sometimes I'm not. No. This is not a DVD. This is an audio. Get it right. But this is an audio of 23 stories about our country and the beginning of our country. And one of the things I want to be doing is definitely being on the road more. So we're taking our history with us. Taking our history with us. It felt like so much more stuff than this. Hey, Dollar Tree, keep your eye out. These are at the Dollar Tree. And I like these a lot. The curriculum we're going with, I found one of these older ones, but it's going to have a lot of flashcards. Hint, hint. There's an Easter egg there. And this like barely fits, right? It's hard to get in there. So, and I want to show you, let me point it down a little more. I want to show you the difference of this. So you see how tight it is here in the one from Walmart. But look, I have room now. And I feel like this is going to be better. And listen, this is $1. It's Sterlite, so it's name brand. This is $1.44. And this is my personal review of the two. Thank you guys so much. This is heftier. This is a much stronger, higher quality than this one. Not saying this one won't ever break, but for $1, I think this runs about $1.44. This one. But I want to do better about making flashcards. So my one middle school daughter is doing Spanish. She's having a hard time keeping up with the vocabulary. So guess what we're making? Flashcards. We're going to be making lots of flashcards so that we can use these. And what I found out my kids love the most is throwing stuff away. So when they memorized it and mastered it and we reviewed it, they get to throw it away. And how much fun would it be to kind of have a, what would be the idea? Now, maybe we won't throw it away. I might store them somewhere else, but having a sinking fund, but a sinking flashcard style. So the goal is to get your box empty. And this is what we're memorizing this year. So I bought a lot. I left a lot of boxes there, but I bought quite a few boxes, kind of one for each kid. Um, I feel like I'm going to need more for phonics, but haven't gotten there yet. So there you go. I love those boxes. Just bought 3. I feel like I probably need to go get more. And I like, listen, look, I like this. Like there's the ridges on top so they don't move. So like I said, I'm looking for some good learning games, phonics. I got Happy Phonics written down. And I want to have kind of more interactions around the table and being around the table more. So I did pick these up. I have the bigger dry erase, but I thought it would be fun that we could do kind of some games with these like little paddles at $1 a piece. But I figured it would be good. What's next up? Oh, I have to show you what I found at Dollar Tree. You're not going to believe I found this at Dollar Tree, and I bought several of them. I spent like $12, $15 for one of these. So this was at Dollar Tree. Right here. Yeah, I grabbed that mini. But I grabbed that mini because I want to give it to my girls to use with whatever they want to use it with. I was kind of hoping by doing the spiral, they might decorate the day or something, but I think that's hopeful. That's wishful planning or whatever. I might put in their binder a monthly calendar and then they can decorate the monthly calendar. I know. But I thought these were an awesome deal and I got one for each girl and I'm going to give it to them. Some of the thoughts I had is my learning wall. Thank you, Voodoo. On my learning wall that I plan to do, and I'll take you through that setup. It probably will be a hot mess setup, so I'll probably show you once I figure it out because I haven't quite figured it out. Is doing a calendar with my younger kids, and I haven't been the best about doing that, but doing a calendar with my younger kids and maybe doing one of the desk calendars so that we can write on them. And even though the number's up there, let them write the number and use stickers. Because at $1, we can use all the stickers you want. Mom's not going to be upset. Use them all. Let's have fun with that. So I thought that was an amazing deal. I bought these for my wheelie cart, hoping to like keep that under control. Yeah, I had to get it. I mean, I'm a highlighter lover. So I was seeing where Catherine from Dude on a Dime had her like favorite highlighters. I know I'm not that prepared. I wish I was more prepared, but you know, it's the homeschool mom on a whim. So look. Oh, it doesn't fit. That's not hopeful. Come on, Catherine. I thought I seen you with these. It's not a perfect fit, but hey, those are my favorite highlighters. So there you go. So I picked up 2. I haven't decided what I'm using these for yet, but I picked those up. Isn't that nice? All right, let's see. I'm going to be reaching over. I found these at Dollar Tree. Oh my goodness. This is like, I bought one for each kid. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. I'm serious. I mean, maybe I'll put like the stuff for 6 or 9 weeks in here and then I can pull them out. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but I bought 6 of them, one for each kid. So, I mean, it has the little parts. I didn't see, does it have, sometimes they have like the sticker to put here, but I don't see it. No. But when you open it, you got a pocket inside and then you have just a pocket on each side. I remember spending so much crazy money on that. So I was not denying myself 6 of them for $6. I was good. The next thing I bought, I was looking, I was at Office Depot looking at these. And I decided not to because I'm like, at the price that they were, I figured I could buy I could find something. And then I found them at Dollar Tree. So this is a vinyl. I'm used to the cardboard one, but this is where I'm going to store my homeschool portfolio. So when I take stuff out for the week, or if I do it by the quarter, I don't know how I'm going to do that. It's not the most durable. It's not something I want to be in and out of, but I have to hold them for 2 years, 10 years, 5 years. I don't even remember. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to write each kid's name on here, the year and the grade. And then this is where I'm putting the portfolio at. And I might just shove the pages in. And when they ask to see the portfolio, we're going to be like, check my notebook. It's all right here. Enjoy that. It's not my job. You did not say that it's required that I put it in a 3-ring binder. Here's the portfolio. It's all loose leaf. Good luck. I might very well do that. Because that's just kind of like, I don't care. I don't care. I love my homeschool liaison. I'm not trying to give her a hard time. She probably will be like, I don't even want to see that. But at $1, I felt like that was such an easy way that I could just put them on a shelf in the closet, not deal with them, not see them again, and not worry about things falling out or binding things. So there's that. So I bought 4 of those because I only have 4 portfolios to do. My last thing at Dollar Tree. Sorry, the cough. I did find the word family. I thought this was a really good one. So it's $1. Not always the best deal. I won't lie. It's not always the best deal. So I have curriculum, but I've been picking up little things like this, not as a filler, but as, listen, because we're going to have when I go through my curriculum, we're going to have a big talk. Because, well, you see, I'm doing 2 curriculums on some things this year because there's some things that have to be so mom required to get done that I need a backup for when mom's not having that day to do it. So with that said, I'm kind of running 2. So I want to have something backup that I don't want to call school for the day, right? But if I kind of, I can give things. So I went to Ollie's. I found some good stuff, and I want to share with you the things I found at Ollie's. I did not do this in any one particular order. So sorry. All right. So, well, oh yeah. I was like, wait a minute. This was an Ollie's find. I have a first grader, so I figured this would help out, give me some, days off. Some of the stuff though, I look and I feel like it's advanced, but maybe that's just me. I've always felt that way. That's why I always kind of steer away. I found a Spectrum. Now, there's not one over the other. I just took what was available at Ollie's. And at $4, I'm not going to lie, if I use 2 pages and throw it away, I don't care. Yeah, I have, I'm doing the same thing with math. The reality is I am doing, for my elementary kids, 2 readings and 2 maths each, so that I have, when I feel hopeful. So I have the curriculum I want to do. I feel hopeful to do that. I feel like a great homeschool mom. This is what I want my homeschool to look like. And then I got the curriculum that's like, this just gets it done. So when I'm having days that I can pour all in, I can find where we're at. That would be and I get it. Like the curriculums don't like line up perfectly, but I'm going to just do my best and not be a perfectionist. And I am going to I'm going to have that. And when days that I cannot pull it all together and there's just not enough of me, I've got the other one. So, I mean, now what that looks like, I don't know yet. But I'm willing to work with that and just say, I don't know, but we're going to figure it out. I learned a lot teaching in the classroom that I'm like, fine. Then I found this one. This one I was pretty excited about, the daily practice for higher order thinking. And I got 2 grades and it was only like $2. So I picked those up. I picked up math basics. Now listen, let me tell you what this is. I actually don't like going on the internet to find things to print. I hate it. I'd much rather buy these little things for like $1.30, rip the pages out. And that's the goal. Like they're not going to see this, like, oh, I got 10 books. They're just going to see a page, and a page. We did a dry run through our kindergarten routine the other day just to work out any bugs in the plan, decided that social studies will be a second semester subject. If you even do it, there's no need if you don't have to. So I picked up several of these that books. Okay. At the very end, that cough is coming up, trying not to make it happen. I couldn't help but buy these. I don't even know. And like when I say buy these, I bought two. So I don't know if you've seen these. Walmart's got some good stuff. I'm trying to see if I actually have like a calendar on the wall so I can put that on the wall. I really want a calendar. Like I said, we're doing CC at home. So I want to do our best. But I really want my younger kids to write. And I thought this would be good. So this is really awesome. There's how many? 8. You can see they're different colors. They're just blank paper. Now I can make this, but I don't care. I'm not gonna make it. So I thought these would be a lot of fun. I don't know how I don't know how I'm gonna use it. We might use it for science. I'm I'm in a debate about what to do. So elementary science, I'm a little bit in a debate for. And I'm just trying to roll with it. If I get coughing, I'm going to quit. Okay. Is using I have master books math that we got just like not very far, and we didn't use it. So I'm thinking about using that as my spine. I like it for self-teaching curriculum. It's fine if you want a self-teaching curriculum. It's not my favorite. Well, I would say I would rate it over. I kind of would rate it over CLE and AC. AC is pretty good though. I mean, it's heavy reading, but it's got a lot of good change up. So I like that. But I'm not going to use all of it, and some of it's a little bit dry. So I kind of wouldn't mind doing unit studies like on that same topic. So using that as a spine for unit studies. And I think I'm just going to pull stuff together and try and find games. But I think it's like living science is what I have. So I'm trying to use that. I have that attitude with any curriculum I use. This is what we are going to do in a perfect world. And if not, we are going to, yes, right. We don't have a lot of national parks near us. So that one's kind of hard, but I want to be more active. So I think these would be really good to use as kind of a unit study summary kind of book. So they got 16 pages in there. I think they were $3. That was it. So I thought that was a good idea. So if we did 8 units, I have one for each kid. If we did 8 units, that's perfect. Okay. What I'm so happy that I found was this at Walmart. These used to be so easy to find, and then they got really expensive. In fact, my favorite ones were at the Dollar Tree. They don't even sell them anymore. But it's just a writing book. So one of the things I really want to work on my younger ones is not writing perfectly, not being, not composing anything magnificent, but just learning to write their ideas and their thoughts. Because here's where I'm at. After this year, I will probably have 3 at home. My oldest that's going to stay home will be off to school, or I assume she'll be off at school. And so that means I will have 2 more years, and then like my last one. So I have 3 more years, and then I just have the bottom 2. And that's got me thinking, like, at that point, my youngest son will be going into 5th grade in 3 years. and I'll just have those two. And I'm trying to think about like what, when I'm down to just two kids, my homeschooling, I'm like, let me have just like the realization my homeschooling is going to look so much different. It's going to be extremely different because I only have two using my brain bandwidth. So I will be able to do things differently. And I'm thinking to myself, and I'm schooling them a bit different on what is it that I want from them when we get there. When I have less of my brain being used amongst all my children, and I can focus on the two, what kind of homeschool do I want to have? Do I want to have where I'm just sending you, workbooks or whatever, and I'm just trying to have you do your own thing somewhere else? Well, I feel like that would be very lonely. And I would like us to have kind of experiences and really cultivate that whole reading, writing, and everything. So I want to cultivate that now. And in thinking about that, like, and this is really where I've had a big struggle is picking out my curriculum for them. I've got 10 years, and there's so many times where I'm like, I wish I just would have started with this. I just wish I could start with this. And I gotta find something. Let me see, because I know what y'all are talking about. Lottie, Addie. Um, so I just I'm thinking about that. Like, where do I start, and what is it that I want us to do, and where do I want us to end? And using that as a thought. Will you grab me the stencils? Will you grab me the box of stencils? They should be in that table. Nope, I'm still videoing. It's like, are you done yet? You've got, oh no, you got time. Um, so thinking about like, where do I want to go and what am I going to pick? So let me show you. No, thank you. Let me show you. This right here is the secret to handwriting. Um, okay, so let me just recap. Um, Getting my son to write is a whole chore. And somebody says, yes, my son fights handwriting like a tiger. Um, this is one thing I've struggled with, getting my kids to put their own thoughts on paper. So I bought this little box. I can't find the box anymore on Amazon. Um, it should feel familiar probably from when you were a kid. They are stencils. They are 24 plastic stencils. I will promise you there's not 24 in here anymore. So they have, you can kind of see they're pretty. You can see kind of the lines on them. They've been used a lot. So this is a train, planes, whales. Can you see them? Clowns. I don't know. It's clowns, flowers, birds. Things to do with fall. I'm not holding them up high enough. Um, this one's family, spring. Is that a leprechaun? Yeah, they even say on there like there's a number. I don't think if you can tell. I don't think you're gonna be able to see that. Can you see that? There's like a number on them. They say right there. Oh, you can't see it because it's not there. See, there's a number, and then it says spring. So what I did a while back, a couple of years ago, I noticed my one son has a hard time writing, and I noticed my other son was going down that same path, and I purchased these. So number one, I purchased them because I was being nostalgic, and second, once I got them, I realized, these really are powerful. You don't have to draw good to get your message across. And so I had the big poster paper from when I was teaching CC, and I still had some left, and I would rip them out and I drew with them. I started building stories with them. And to be honest, my kids had no interest in them until Mama was drawing. Look, there's a dinosaurs. Until I got into it and I would design stuff. And then that just kind of took off and I didn't have to draw them again. So I've had these and they fit. Thankfully, they just fit in my little table. And between markers and colored pencils, get them to write you a story in pictures. It begins the process. My son writes me so many stories, and they're somewhat like a graphic novel. He's 8 years old, and they're very detailed. But they started with this, and then I will show you something else in here. Years and years and years ago, when I first started homeschooling, I found these and I printed them out and I laminated them. So these are 10 years plus. My goal was we were going to draw one of these each week. We never did. Um, but what's funny is they get used now. These have been floating around my homeschool stack for years. I mean, I was so committed to using them. I made two sets. I made two sets, one for each kid. Maybe I liked making this stuff more than I liked using this stuff, but two pigs. But it has helped them to see how some of the drawings go, and they have them in here as a reference to make more. I had those two. I didn't think we used them once. I know, right? They're great. They're really great. I love them. But so I just keep them in here. They still use these, not as much as they used to, but they still use the stencils. So I think Amazon sells them a different way. He used to love to write, but then he learned some mean family members pointed out that his handwriting isn't good. Yeah, you just need to make those people go away. And you reward them. I think I have a video on there like how I praise with I did it with Orville, and what I did was um you're not crazy behind, because I have a son who's in high school who doesn't write very well either. His handwriting is really hard to be consistent. He finished his freshman year, and this summer, every day, he has written a page. It's getting better, but our goal is it's not necessarily for him to write beautifully. It's just important for him to be able to write without having to use his brain. That it's writing is second nature, that he doesn't have to think so hard to do it. So then it'll make it easier taking notes in class. So bought those on Amazon. Um, yes, it's so maddening. Oh, one last thing I bought. No, two last things I bought. Stickers, 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 and stickers. Why? Affirmation, baby. Affirmation. Affirming. Treat. Rose, go get these. Um, Cover the covers in stickers. Put the pages with stickers. Use the stickers. I made texture alphabet cards 3 days. Oh, this is not supposed to be a handwriting video. Let me get my little wagon. I don't know if I can get my wagon very easily because it's whatever, but it's a work in progress. Now y'all are like just seeing my booty in the air, but so here's my wagon. Okay. These are, I love these. These work so good. This is Alphaphonics cursive phonics cards. Um, you've heard me talk about him in the past. If you watch any of my old videos, the 1,000 videos, whatever one. DonPotter.net. I know it's all backwards. DonPotter.net. It's worth printing and laminating because, well, you can see we haven't erased these in a while. So these are kind of all junked up, but we actually take a dry eraser, or dry erase pen, and we practice these. And it's nice, to see, look, that's like that big. That's, that's a good size. DonPotter.net. Yep, that's it. No space in there. DonPotter.net. He actually has published a few books online, but you can get them downloaded for free. So they're not a big deal. So it's phonograms. So that's the alphabet. Then you go to sh, like sh, ip, push, and it says consonant diagrams that we use at the beginning and the end of the word. So it gives that explanation. But see, so now we can practice SH. So I like these. I use these for with the pen. And then I even have the huge Abeka cards. And then we would do that with our finger. So we would finger write. So I have that. You can see like there's no rhyme or reason on here yet at all on this card. And that's one of my goals, but I have so much to do. Until then, um, let's see. Um, oh, I do want to say this. I really wanted to share this book with you. This is the first days of school. So I read this before I started working. So if you've ever been a school teacher, you have probably dealt with this book. This is by Wong and Wong. Him and his wife wrote this book. And I have like sections marked. When I read this book, it made me go, oh, like um that would be really good to implement in my homeschool. So I might have to do a whole video on this one, but it like positive expectations and classroom management. And that's kind of where I'm spending some time figuring it out. And you think I'd have this figured out, but kind of thinking more like a classroom and making things predictable. Like the kids know where to find their stuff, they know what to do, they know what they're supposed to do with their stuff, and they know what happens next and what's expected, and bringing those things back in. So I pulled this out. I haven't shelved this for a later date. I pulled this back out to kind of get my homeschool mind. So we found the good and the beautiful. Handwriting has worked great using the and that's only for third and fourth grade that they have the color dots yet. I'm looking at the typing for good and the beautiful because sad to say, Burning Cargo has crashed, landed, and is no more. Burning Cargo was my favorite for typing to learn to type, but when they upgraded the Flash, whatever, they didn't update the Burning Cargo, and so Burning Cargo is no longer. So I was looking at the Good and the Beautiful's typing. It seems very right there. What's funny is the one that has a hard time writing types beautifully. And my daughter with beautiful handwriting types one-handed, blah, 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 blah. The handwriting is not free, but you can order a PDF download. But if you're only going to do it for one kid, I think it would be cheaper just to buy it printed, depending on what you're going to do. But there are a lot of good handwriting curriculums you can kind of Google search. Oh, one last thing. Have y'all seen this stuff? We used it on a parade float and it was amazing. Like you can actually wash this stuff. Now, don't do it on wallpaper, but it's like a gel. I know you would not think that this is like the stuff to do. I used to type with one hand until I became a homeschool mama. This is not what you would think as a homeschool must-have. Okay, so it still doesn't look like much, but let me show you. Can you tell? Look how thick that is. Okay, so you can cut it any way you want. And then it's really sticky. It's like a gel stick. And then you peel the other side off. And so you can stick it like, don't have wallpaper, test it. Please don't hold me accountable for ruining your house. But after you use it, you can cut it, you can wash it, and you can reuse it. So like this stuff is like crazy expensive on Amazon. but it was $1. I'm trying to read what it says. Like, I can't read that well. It should say about washing it. All right, I haven't washed it before. I'm gonna be honest with you. My friends had this when we did our parade float that we won the most patriotic. Um, and then she was telling me that all you have to do is wash it and you can reuse it. So isn't that cool? This is what it looks like from Dollar Tree. It's called Reusable Gel Tape. But yeah. So I seen that and I was like, that's what I'm gonna build my learning wall with right there is the reusable gel tape. So that's my FYI. So I hope this has been informative, definitely long and drawn out. We're at an hour. Like I always say, I'm never going to do an hour. I always do an hour. Thank you for the hair compliments. It's growing. And I'm going to give a plug.
Time to end.
She says time to end. I'm going to give one plug. Adding the gel tape to my list is a must have for homeschooling. I'm going to do my plug. I kind of had some service in the drive and I came across a mom discussing the mom jeans at Walmart. Magnet tape is our big must have. Oh, that's good to know. So the mom jeans, let's be honest, the mom jeans. So I'm going to have a conversation later about just getting my health back in. I've been having a hard time. I had a bad flare up with my GERD, and I'm certain putting on some extra pounds did not help. So I found some mom jeans at Walmart and they were really cool. I seen them shown off and I'm like, you know what? And while I was away, I've seen a lot of mom jeans and I'm like, and I was reminded why I loved them so much in high school, that high waist jeans, because the mom jeans were my high school days. And I even had jeans higher than the mom jeans because that's what was cool. I did. So anyways, I decided to get mom jeans. Now I'm going to show them off and tell you how much I love them and show you. But I want to tell you this. They are tight because they didn't have the size I needed. So I have the size I could shrink into sooner than later, as soon as possible. And I decided to just get the jeans that I will shrink into. When I first bought them, I could not button them even laying down. Like I could kind of button them, I could not zip them, but I could actually stand up and zip and button these. These were $10. I know I'm shamelessly plugging Walmart jeans after I said I'm gonna like break up with Walmart, but while transitioning down, I want me some mom jeans, and the fact that they were $10, I don't feel like I've broke the bank for temporary clothing. The other part, they're mom jeans. Like I can wear them when they're big because they're not going to fall off my butt because everything's there. So here we are, mom jeaning up. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to lie. I have a muffin top. I have a muffin top because they are tight. And anybody that went to high school in the 90s understands like that happens. But it's better than the low riding muffin tops. I'm just saying. But it's all there in the way we wore them. You could hide it. So when I stand up, you'll see I can kind of hide it. But I'm going to show it off. I know I got a tummy. We all know I'm fat. I ain't lying to myself. I'm not lying to you. But I'm going to show you. Mom Jean Central. Look how high they come up. They come up to here. And look. So anyways, those are the mom jeans. I just had to share because I'm super excited about it. My kids are like so ready for me apparently to start. It's 5 o'clock. I gotta cook dinner. I will see you later.
Bye.
Don't you dare. Did you see the look of? All right. I will see you soon, and I will start getting some order, and I will be sharing with you. But leave me a comment in the comments. Some good phonics games. Science, elementary science, kind of elementary math. I'm a little bit there on math. Okay, I will talk to you soon. Bye. I love you all so much, and thanks for spending the day with me.
So